Howdy folks, happy Saturday to you. We're going to stream some Run 8 here for a little bit. Probably won't be a real long stream. Got some more work to do on the LOP-53. And we're back over here at Mojave Yard. So if you're here for the last stream, got back to the yard. And I went ahead and switched, is it called Paramount? Let me look up the name. PAR, I think it's Paramount. Yeah, Paramount. Took a bunch of tankers down there, brought some stuff back. Now we've broken the 4 engines apart. We've got the two SD40-2, yeah, SD40-2s. And we're gonna be running over to the northwest over here. We've got some, I think it's Kira, something or other. Let's see, does my switch list work? Nope, I think I have to take the 17 off here. Elo Fanatic, hello, welcome. There we go. So we got Chimera Water Solutions, Nicklor. No, we're not doing Nicklor. Not PPG. Progress Rail. We got some stuff over here. So this LOP-53 is kind of broken up into parts depending on where you are. So last time we went out to Monolith, a bunch of stuff over to the northwest. And then I did Paramount, which is right over to the south of the yard. Now we need to go over here. So yeah, it's broken up into a lot of different pieces. So let's get going. Get our headlights on. I'm using the rail driver today. We'll see how that goes. The throttle's a little goofy, but everything else works pretty well. So we need to get over on the other track and hook onto our cut of cars here. So let's get that going. So yeah, we're coming out on this track. Whoa, and like I said, the throttle is a little goofy on the rail driver. All the other levers work pretty well, but the throttle is just kind of all over the place. Hey, Analog Anomaly, welcome. So we got a little bit of a grade here. So we got to keep some power on. Yep, then the throttle keeps kicking out of the notch I put in. This is why I usually don't use the rail driver. The throttle is just so sloppy. Everything else works great. All right, when you come down past this switch, there we go. Get a little closer. I calibrated this. I might have to recalibrate it in game. It wants to go to immediately to notch 2, and then sometimes it doesn't want to come out of notch 1. All right, let's go ahead and do our initial stop. Then we'll get coupled up. Set you back. I think we need to come back about 2 cars. And we've got gravity helping us. We're on just over a 1% grade here in the yard. Oh, stopped her a little too soon. There we go. Okay, let's do air hoses. And then I'm gonna bop down to into the train here. That guy's closed. Back to the front of the train. Yeah, we'll get some air in here. All right, well, that's filling up. Let's take a look at our train here. So we got KWS, is that Kierna Water Solutions or something like that. We got PRS, more KWS, so it's not blocked very well, unless I'm just misunderstanding something. So we got PRS in between the KWS cars. And if I turn on the industry tags, see PRS is right over here. So we've got to cross over on the main here and get over to this little branch. And then we have trailing switching here, and then we got head-end switching over here at KWS. So we have a runaround track to work with, so we'll try to figure it out. I'm not super familiar with this local, so we're kind of learning as we go. All right, back down on the ground. Flow's looking good. So I'm going to go ahead and release the parking brakes on everything. Train's going to roll downhill a little bit. And the loco brake should hold that no problem. How are we looking here? We're up to about 70 pounds. Just starting to fill the reservoirs. Hey, ELO. I'm using the rail driver today. I usually just use keyboard. Some of the key, like I'm using the keys to move around right now, but for driving the train and other stuff, the rail driver is pretty handy. All right, we need to get across the main, so that means we need to occupy the main. So that means we need to talk to Otto. So let me get back down on the ground, and I'm gonna save that as position 1. How busy is it here? Ooh, we got all kinds of traffic. Well, that sucks. I need to get crossed over. Not that button. And we got a Q train coming. It's a ways out. We got this guy coming up the main, so we may have to wait a bit. So I need to get out on the main and cross over. But if I tell Otto I want this block, I'm not sure if he knows how to route us out of here, actually. I may have to take over dispatching. It's a little goofy sometimes interacting with the automatic dispatcher. Hey, Tomcat. Yeah, we're going to try to push some cars. I'd love to just go ahead and sneak across before that other train gets here. I don't see him. Let's tone him up and see what he says. I don't think, since I'm in the yard, I don't think I can really even do much with him. Yeah, unable to issue mainline authority. All right, we're going to take over for a bit here. So if I come over here and I hit, I think it's right control F1, bring that up, I can turn off automatic dispatching for just this sub. And then we're going to sneak across. He's got a red. Let's hold you here. And then we're gonna sneak across. All right, into the cab we go. Should be all set up. Let's get out and across. Excellent. Should have done a brake test. Yeah, we'll hope the brakes work. What's our status here? Oh, we're 3 horsepower per ton. We got plenty of power. Yeah, I don't think he was even to that signal yet, so he can just wait. Get some more amps down. I didn't throw that switch. Shoot. Professional railroader. Hey, Bernie. Yeah, it's usually pretty quiet in my streams. A lot of people just lurk. It's all good. I'll try to keep it about 10 miles an hour. Then I'm going to hit my counter. I'll know when we're clear of the main. Coming through. Slowly but surely. We're just about off the main. So let me pop back over here. Start cleaning up switches. Not a lurker, you're a peeper. Fair enough. All right. Back in the cab. We're looking good. We can let auto take back over now. We'll be clear of the main for a while. You can't type. Oh, is there no sound coming through? What the heck? Yeah, there's no sound. No, not mixer. Why did my sound change? Sometimes Windows likes to turn that off. I need stereo mix. Yeah, I went to default again. Sorry about that, guys. There you go. Now you can have some gain sound. I can hear it through my headphones, but it wasn't getting passed over to the streaming PC. Sorry about that. It's amazing. Like, people will sit here and watch for 15 minutes when there's no game sound. Thanks, Bernie, for saying something. Thanks for letting me know. All right, what do we need to do here? That's a great question. Should have pulled through here, I think. But we can pull up here and then run around. Actually, let's leave some stuff here. Yeah, because we've got stuff to drop off here, like in the middle of the terrain. It's a little weird. We'll just top out here. Hear those cooling fans. And then if we turn the car tags back on. We've got some PRS stuff here in the, kind of in the middle of the terrain. It's blocked a little weird. Want your money back? I'll give you back everything you paid to watch this stream. So let's cut off these tankers here, and then we'll work PRS. I think that'll be the play. 4 cars. Let's get a couple handbrakes on. And I'm going to be naughty and bottle the air. Oh, I need to let it roll back a little bit. Got too much tension on the coupler. Pull that back up so you guys can see what I'm doing with the controls. There we go. So that went from yellow to white. That means we can pull the pin now. Now we can ease forward. All right, so then all the gondolas are KWS. All right, duly noted. Oh, I barely moved the throttle. It went from 2 to 4. Now it won't come on. Yeah, this throttle is just junk. I should have, yeah, I should have pulled first. I need to think through this stuff better. We've been smart to pull first. Oh well. We'll do it the hard way. Wish they'd add slugs. Yeah, I don't think they have any slugs. Okay, we'll head on back into the industry and grab some cars. So let me just put that on real quick. Let me go to calibrate. This throttle is not happy. It looks okay there. It's just so sloppy. Like if I have it here and I bring it down to notch 1, then I go to notch 8, and then back to notch 1, look at the difference. It's just so sloppy. We can try doing it that way. I'm wiggling this back and forth like half an inch. It's such a shame too, because it could be, it's a great control except for the throttle. It's just super sloppy, but I guess it is what it is. Let's back up. I'm gonna hop on the stirrup here. Yeah, we got some RCO stuff here in St. Louis. I've seen the signs up. They've got caution signs. Remote controlled engines in use, or locomotives in use, something like that. Oh, there's that train going through Mojave. You got through the signal, it looks like. All right, let's go ahead and get initial application on. We're going to have to stop here in a little bit. The switch lined up? It is indeed. Actually, is that... Oh, we could stick him in the other one. If I'm fast enough. I don't know if I'm going to be fast enough. Woo! He's not wanting to stop, folks. I had full air brakes on. I had to go full loco as well. It's like, dang. It is not wanting to stop. That car swaying around. Yeah, the brake cylinders were engaging. I guess it just wasn't taking effect quick enough. Oh, it's a 3% grade down in here. Holy cow, no wonder. All right, well, this is a good way to get to know the industry. Welcome to PRS. Home of the 3% grade. Goodness gracious. All right, let's get a release on the train brakes. Yeah, let's see if we can ease on back in here. About got away from me. I wasn't paying attention to the grade. I'm going to keep the speed pretty low. We're just going to ease down in here with the independent. About 15 pounds. Oh, you can't even crouch? Did you learn that one the hard way? Ooh, that stopped her right now. Let's get a handbrake on this guy. Hopefully keep the slack bunched in. Now, do all these cars we're dropping off? Yeah, they all fit on here. All right, cool. So we'll just drop off here and then we'll grab our pickups. That works for me. Close that, pull the pin. Build some amps and then ease off the independent. Good deal. We'll go ahead and get an initial application on the train brake here. No, I want notch 1. Come on, throttle. Work with me here. Delicate work and the throttle's being sloppy, so it's going to make for some rough train handling. So you can hear those brakes because I've got initial application on the train brakes. All right, let's go ahead and bring her to a stop with the locomotive brake. Switch that over. Now we need to ease back in here and grab that car. So hop on. And if I just bring the independent back off, we will definitely start sliding backwards. All right. Let's go ahead and get 10 pounds on the train brakes. Or 11, that'll work too. Just to help us on this 3% grade. Oh, he was showing you all the little tricks, Bernie? That's pretty cool. All right, let's ease on back and get coupled up. CSX train. I'm doing all right, just can't talk. All right, it's on enough of a brake application now. We're going to have to bump it a little bit. That'll work. All right, let's get these guys laced up. You can go through and individually hook up the hoses. You can also set up your F7 cheat key to do arrow hoses, angle cocks, or air, or all three, any combination thereof. I have it set to just air hoses. So if I want to, I can just hit F7 and all these air hoses would connect up. Since we don't have a ton of cars, we'll lace them up ourselves, and then I need to come back here also and just close the angle cock on this end. Then we'll get some air in it. Hey, JM. You do more in-depth videos about Chrome Simulator. You know, I haven't looked at Chrome in a long time. I did quite a few videos on it. Like, what are you wanting to see more in depth on? I will take it under advisement if you have suggestions. Can't promise anything. All right, so we crack this angle cock open and we keep an eye on the flow rate here. Once that cubic feet per minute gets down to about 60-ish, open it the rest of the way. And then I think it would behoove us to do a brake test before we try to pull out of here on this 3% grade. There we go. Flow is down. Open that all the way up. And then we're in neutral. Let's give her a couple notches. It's got a mechanical air pump, so that'll help it pump air. And we'll get this thing all aired up. I'm going to go ahead and release all the handbrakes. Let it roll down and hold against the locomotive brakes. Then I'm going to do a release on the train brakes. We should be able to hold it with the 2 locos. About resistors and Arduino. I mean, the Arduino is pretty, it doesn't simulate everything, but you could pretty much use any Arduino tutorial that's out there and, you know, use the same code. I don't know if there's a whole lot of value there. There's plenty of Arduino tutorials out there on the internet. What do you want to know about resistors? All right, good brake pipe pressure. We just got to wait for these reservoirs to fill up. So we'll keep an eye on the back of the train here. I need to check in on Crumb Simulator. Not sure where he's at with that. I know he took a break and he was working on a big update. I haven't heard any more about it. So Crumb Simulator, for those that don't know, is it's basically a breadboard electronics simulator. So you could build circuits on a breadboard and do various things. All right, we're getting there. We're on the back of the train, so the rest of the train is going to be more full than this one. And if you are playing Run 8 and you don't want to wait on this stuff, you can just go train, F7 air brake cheat, turn on air and angle cocks, and then just push F7 and it'll fully charge it with air and you're good to go. How to use them properly. I'm not sure. I mean, a resistor is about the most basic component you can have. But you can go, there's lots and lots of electronics tutorials out there for basic circuits. And just follow those in Chrome. And Ohm's Law has been done to death, man. I don't feel like I need to make another video on Ohm's Law. There's plenty of those out there. The only thing with Chrome is it doesn't simulate analog stuff super well, especially like transistors. So a lot of like your classic flip-flops and stuff you build with transistors don't exactly work correctly. So just be aware of that. All right, we're looking pretty good on the reservoir. Let's go ahead and do a brake test. So Run 8 doesn't simulate the brake shoes moving. We can bring up this interface. Oops, the top white bar here is coupler pressure. And then the bottom white bar is brake cylinder. Or no, sorry, brake pipe. You can see the 2 purple dots. That's my 2 engines, and the independent locomotive brakes are full on, so they're purple. If I do an initial application on the train, you'll see it start flowing. Ooh, and we have a brake. Did I not set an angle cock somewhere? I assumed these cars were all set. Normally they're all set open. Let's double check here. We got an angle cock not set right somewhere. Or I messed something up. That looks right. Yeah, you guys are open. Okay. Let's start looking at cars here. So we have your brake cylinder's on. Your brake cylinder is not. Okay. Why is that not working correctly? Interesting. Huh. Okay. Well, this is why we do brake tests. SR Culture Shock, welcome. Long-time watcher, first-time commenter. It does not support other controllers necessarily. I don't think they've been working on. It's coming, but not yet. So mouse and keyboard, or it supports the rail driver. And some people, as rail drivers, work great. Some people have sloppy throttles. It's kind of a known issue on some of them. At some point, I may take this thing apart again and see if I can do something about that. The latest update just the other day added data out on the UDP as well. So you could build like your own device and you can talk to it over the network. There's a PDF that comes with the game that tells you how all those UDP packets work. They will eventually be USB support. I don't know the details on that. I don't think it's in yet. All right, brakes are released. Cut in, cut out. Is this car just being weird? Yeah, I guess it was just being weird. Okay. So cutting in, cutting out made it start working. So now we have brake application through the entire train. You see the brake cylinders, pressure coming up on everything. Your train. Another train coming through Mojave. So these are all AI trains. All right, back to our train. We're going to go ahead and do another reduction to make sure that yep, it's flowing smoothly through the train. Make sure we get a good solid release. She will get occasionally like sticking brake shoes and stuff like that. Hey Brian, welcome. JM, I do not play squad, no. I don't really play multiplayer games. I just don't have the time. All right, that's looking good. Let's see if we can get on out of here. So let's hop back in the cab. We've got quite the grade here. So let's get some amps building up and we'll start rolling off that independent. Get my gauge lights on. There we go. I think these tankers were PRS as well, right? So we need to get those back in here, which means I probably need to over here. Oh no, the switch is behind us. All right. Well, we'll go up. We'll drop these in the passing siding. Oh no, that's KWS. Never mind. We've done all the PRS work. So I probably need to stick those in the pocket. Because we need to run around the KWS stuff and push up. Maybe I should have pulled these out last. I'm sure there's a better way to do this. The Doom Wagon. The brakeless covered hopper. I'm sure next time I loaded in the game it was fine. Okay, so I think we're going to pull up. We'll drop these in that little pocket track up there. And then we'll have to pull all the KWS stuff up here, run around it, push it down to KWS. And bring the KWS stuff back. But we'll leave it on the other side of that so we can pull that pocket stuff out, put the pocket stuff here, run around it. And yeah, okay. I think I have a plan. I have a plan. We're cruising. A little bit downhill here? Yeah, a little bit downhill. I don't do enough of these locals often enough to remember the track arrangements. We can get that initial application on and let it start setting. I'm going to trip my counter as we come past the switch here. And with the plan, yeah, we'll see. As y'all know, no plan survives first contact with the enemy. We're headed into a hill now, so I got to keep some power on. All right, that'll do. All right, back to the back of the train. So we're going to leave all these boxcars here, and I assume they'll fit. Let's work on that assumption. Oh, no, wait. I wanted you straight. Oh, interesting. Straight. We'll turn the car tags off. think it was Mike Tyson said everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. All right, let's get that back up and come on back. Should be able to pretty much just drop back in here with gravity. Like the brake levers and everything work great. It's just the throttle that's sloppy. It's so frustrating. Both the train brake and the independent work just fine. Very little slop. All right, I wasn't sure how much brake I would need coming back in here, so like I don't need that much, but run a little bit of a grade, so I'm gonna keep the 10-pound set on here and just shove it back in here. Remember how many cars there were here. So we need to come back to about here. That should fit. Yeah, brakes are still working, so that car just had a sticky valve or something. Alrighty. Throw some handbrakes on. And we'll leave you dropped right here. I don't want to be bad and bottle the air. Alright, ankle cock's closed. Pull the pin. Off we go. Saluda grade. Yeah, I don't know anything. I don't know what that means, but there's a pretty good grade coming out of Mojave. I've actually broken train support on that. It can be kind of rough. I didn't realize that industry had a 3% grade though. That got nearly got exciting. All right, we can come all the way back now. Pick up those tankers. And then we're going to use the run around here to run around the train and shove them up to KWS. I wonder if I should go pull them out of KWS first. And also, I need to get this set. I'm back. Bet there's room for 2 more. You made some popcorn, Tom? Nice. I am hungry. I didn't eat lunch before I started. It's 11:37. But that's alright. I'm not going to stream a super long time. Just going to work on this LOP-53 for a bit. Then I got more adulting to do. Steepest grade line in all the US, 4.8%. Yeah, that's pretty steep. A dang gnat flying around the office here. You hear me smacking something in a minute. It's just me killing a gnat. This car's got some squeaky brakes. There they are. Got a little bit of a hump down there, so I don't want to get too much speed on. Got a little bit of a drop off. I don't know if that goes to level or... It seemed like it was a hill coming up in here. I think that's just the top of the hump. Don't slow down too much. Get that initial set back on. Try to find notch 2. There it is. So I think the play is to grab these tankers, pull back up here onto the runaround track, and then leave all these cars here, buzz up to the KWS, pull the pickups out, set them on the branch line on the other side of the switch, come back, run around these cars, shove them into where they need to go, and then we grab the pickups from there, bring them back here, and do the little run around song and dance to get everything ready to go. So that's the plan. And also not slam into this train at too high of a speed would be good. But it's not looking good. I need more brakes. We have to use the independent. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt, chat. Oh, it didn't hurt too bad. We did have to use the independent brakes a little bit, which is not great. We're gonna just ease down the hill here. Do the industries spawn? No, the industries don't spawn cars, but the industries process cars. I'll show you here in just a second. All right, we got full that on. Let's release the handbrakes. Connect you up. I can open you and do partial. I bottled the air, so we should be good to go here. So industries, you pull up the, it's just the slack running out as the brakes release. It's all good. Industry configuration. So if you look at Paramount, which is that first industry over here to the right that we just dropped stuff off at, you can see it is set up to process tank cars. Wait, why did it have us drop off box cars there? Oh, I'll have to look into that. So it will process tank cars, and it produces empties. So that means it wants loaded tank cars. And then after every 48 hours, it's going to process all those cars. And then when it processes them, it's going to randomly pick one of these tags as a destination tag. So I hope that makes sense. And if we look at the industry we're going to, which was Kier something. Water solutions. There it is, Chimera. So you can see it's also serviced by LOP-53. And it also takes tank cars. It takes 36 hours to process them. It also takes gondolas. It wants loaded gondolas. Produces empties. And it also takes acid tank cars. And it wants loads. It produces empties. So you can set up these industries however you want. And it actually produces loaded tank cars. So it wants empty tank cars, produces loads. Clear as mud. These aren't empty. Wait. Now I'm confused because those are not empty. Oh, that's the acid tank cars, I bet. Yeah, those are probably acid. Does it say corrosive? Yeah, okay, so that's the acid tank cars. So yeah, it wants loads, it produces empties. Got it. And then the loaded gondolas. All right, back in the cab. We're going to pull these up on the runaround track and then drop them off. Yeah, some kind of acid. There's no concept of like freight or you know, type of cargo. It's either loaded or empty, or you know, some variation between empty and full. Yeah, nasty stuff for sure. So I've got random AI spawning turned on. You can see it spawned this train on that track, and that's why there's trains running across the railroad. I've got random AI spawn set up. And then some of those will be mixed freight tagged for the locals that I want to run. And we'll end up humping those at Barstow and then sending them out to the locals. All right, we're surely Yeah, we're on the track. We're good. There goes another train through Mojave. Speaking of AI trains, just make it out there at the top of the screen. There he goes. Another container unit train. Dang, Bernie. That sounds dangerous. Okay, back down on the ground. Set a couple handbrakes. Close those, pull the pin. Come on, throttle. There you go. Had to move it halfway down to get to notch 1. Alright, off we go. So you can just make it out on the top of the hill. Yermo, was it called Yermo? Chimera Water Solutions is where we're headed. We got fast enough, it actually kicked the relays in to get the upper windings on the traction motors engaged. Something the SD40 does. Kind of like having another gear. They've got one set of windings. It's below, like, I think it's 23 miles an hour, something like that. So you get lots of torque. And then it kicks in another set of windings for a better speed. 38? That ought to be fast enough. Slow down there, doggy. I don't even have the switch open yet, so we need to stop in front of the switch. Let gravity do some braking for us. So the plan is to pull all these pickups out, and we'll set them here. Run back down, run around that train, shove the deliveries in, and then grab those and pull them back. Hope that makes sense. Yeah, we'll play conductor here for a little bit. Oh, I missed it. Get back here. There we go. Hopped on the step. His arm was gone, dang. That is nasty stuff. We're supposed to pick those up too? I assume so, since we have gondolas that are ready to be set out. Check the switch list here in a second. Per chunk. Alright, we only got 3 of these bad boys. And they're empty, so I'm not too worried about air at the moment. Release the handbrakes. And we'll come on back. Actually, let me check the switch list here. Yeah, we're picking up those gondolas. Alright, cool. Oh, here, let me hop on this tank car. Can we ride on here? We can. Even sweat. Dang. Don't want to mess around with that stuff. We'll grab those tankers and we'll grab the gondolas. Not too fast. We got a little bit of a downgrade here. That'll do. Alright, release all the handbrakes. How many cars we got here? Yeah, we're starting to get pretty long. Probably time to put some air in the train. Alright. All air hoses up. Pop down here. Close that angle cock. Back to the front of the train. Couple notches on to make the air pump work hard. Or a bag of it in a swimming pool. Well, if you survived, that would be an interesting experiment. If I click one of these cars way down there, we're getting some brake pipe pressure. Reservoirs are filling up. And probably go ahead and open that up. Hopefully didn't trip anything. Let the air rush in too fast, it'll trip the emergency. No, we're good. wonder if it's time to go ahead and switch the lead unit back. Yeah, let's go ahead and switch lead unit. So if I hop out, see if I can figure out. I got to remember how to do this. Well, let's get everything back to idle first of all. So I think if I come up here, then I don't think I have a key on the rail driver. I think, is it Shift F11? Yeah, here we go. So I move over here to this seat, and I push this button. And then now this is the lead locomotive. Yeah, it even changed the headlights. All right, cool. Let's ease on out of here and pick up these gondolas. Set my calendar so we'll know when the back of the train's passed. We're already 1,000 feet long. Oh, I want to notch one. There we go. Oh yeah, benzene. That's another nasty one. A little more power. Might have done that a little too early. Most of this stuff is around 2000s era, but I don't think they adhere to that like super strictly. Okay, let's head back to the back of the train. Ooh, slack running out. And we need to grab these gondolas here. Back to normal. Really hard to find that notch one. So we're pretty slow. I'm going to try to just control the speed with the independent brake. Not get going too fast. Right, grab those and release the handbrakes. Got a key for that, in case you're wondering. It shouldn't take too long to get air in these 4 cars. Close you up. You're open, partial. Beautiful. So you're saying the, you can tell just below the walkway on the sides of the line is yellow, not red. Okay, so this yellow right here. I'll take your word for it. Horn works. All right, I think we're ready to head on down the line. You want to get set up so I can clean this switch up, so we'll just set that to that save position. Off we go. Is on out of there, and then I need to set I forgot to set my counter, so we need to stop like here because I'm going to shove these back over here so we can go get the other cars and do the set outs. I guess we'll hang out back here. How's Bob doing today? I've been kind of ignoring Bob today. Just let him sulk over there in his conductor chair. I'm the one doing all the work. People new to the stream are like, what the heck is he talking about? Who's Bob? You know, Bob. All right, let's get about a 10-pound set on. Keep pulling on it. I'll show you Bob here in just a minute. We'll check in on Bob. All right, back in the cabin. There's Bob. He's always just over there silently judging me. Rail driver, what are you doing with the controls? Why are you being so weird? Huh. Alright, I want to set my counter to count down. There we go. And then that'll tell me when I'm done backing up. We're getting close to being done backing up. Hey, Junior Loss. Yeah, I don't know that they'll ever concentrate that much on graphics because that's not what the game is about. I'd rather they spend those CPU cycles on the awesome physics that we have. That's my opinion. And you can interact with the angle cocks and stuff with the mouse if you want to. They added that in, I don't remember if it was in version 3 or one of the earlier patches of version 3. You can interact with the mouse in first person if you want to. I'll show you when we get back here and get unhooked from this train. Assume everything's going hunky-dory. Yep. Haven't heard any crashing sounds yet, so I just assumed everything was all good. No, you interact with it in first person. I'll show you what I mean. And I have the center cursor turned off, so it's not quite as intuitive. Normally you have a center cursor on. Think we're good? Oh yeah, we're good. All right, full independent. We'll go ahead and release the train brakes. Yeah, hop out. So if you want to, you can interact in first person. So we can come back here. And it's a little tricky because I don't have the cursor on. And then I just click. There we go. Turn the angle cock off. And then the uncouple is a little iffy. It's hard to get the right spot. Turn that angle cock off as well. See if I can get this to work. Nope. The uncouple is a little more tricky. I don't remember where the exact spot is. Yeah, I don't remember how to... I don't remember what you need to look at for the coupler, but... That's in. It's a little tricky to use, but it is actually in the game. I forgot to set handbrakes. Let's set some handbrakes. There we go. Could turn a big boy and an SW1 switcher. That's a pretty good size turntable. All right. Now, one thing I forgot to do was set up the switches because I need to run around those cars. So let's do that. Whoa. Those are set. And that's set. Beautiful. All right, back in the cab. So we're going to run around those cars, shove them back up, set them off. And you know what? Actually, we should grab these cars and leave there on the way through. Yeah. Let's do that. That'll save us some switching moves. Yeah, there's definitely a railroad museums, Brian. We've got one here in St. Louis. They've got a bunch of steamers. I haven't been there in probably 10, 12 years, but they used to have a big boy. Not operational, but all kinds of locomotives you can get in, crawl around, look at. Pretty cool. We'll grab these and we'll leave them where this other cut is setting. And then they'll be ready to pick up on the way back out. I'm not always very good at thinking like 3 moves ahead like you should when you're railroading. Every once in a while I have a good idea though. All right, connect you up. Build the handbrakes. Pull! Everybody pull! Okay, gravity should start slowing us down. Also, get some train brake going. Okay, stay bailed off. There you go. All right, we should be good to go to come on back. Actually go forward now that we changed ends. That boxcar's seen better days. Yeah, and there's steam locomotives like in Chicago. There's the, I don't know if it's called the Transportation Museum or... Anyway, there's a lot of trains preserved around the country. All right, we need to throw you because we're going to be coming back through here. Hard to get to the key. I'm going to stick my head out the window. There we go. The car rocking back and forth. It's awesome. Oh, notch one. Stay at notch one. There you go. Yeah, was that Pincy Loco like used very much though? Like I thought the big boy was the biggest one that was in general use. But I could be wrong. I'm not a super train nerd. Rolling through the desert. This is a dispatch board looking good. Have anything headed into Barstow? Need some cars in Barstow. Actually, I deleted all the AI trains since the last stream. They got all bunched up here on the Mojave Sub, and Otto wasn't letting anything go. So rather than picking and choosing and trying to figure out which train was causing the problem, I just deleted them all and started over. Railroad's starting to fill back up now. Didn't quite get on the brakes enough. Oh, that's right. It doesn't show you the brake view if you're coupled to the nose end. Can't see. Stick her head out the window again. A little bit of a downgrade, it looks like. Let me get that initial set on. That went a little deeper than initial set. Yeah, we could drop these anywhere in here, right? Are we, oh, yeah, we're past the switch, so that's good. We'll just let this roll to a stop. Set these here anywhere. Go Burlington Northern Green. That's probably my favorite paint scheme. Back when I did model railroading as a kid, I had most of my colors being green. Alright, we'll set you... Don't know, I don't remember. There's a way to do the uncouple. I don't remember how to do it. Yeah, I don't know. There's a way to do it in first person. Alright, you were closed. Oh, we can't pull it because there's too much tension on it. Fair enough. Alright, now there's no tension on it. Can we do it? I thought you had to click on like the uncouple lever. We figured this out. Let's see. Where's my... Somewhere you can tell it to have the crosshair in the middle? Mouse and view. Show crosshairs. There we go. Click. No. Click. Okay, well, anyway, there's a way to do it. I don't remember how. Turn that back off. I don't like having the crosshairs on normally. All right. We'll just do it that way. And let's see. We are doing reverse now. Bernie over there just reading Wikipedia. Running pretty fast. Already, handbrakes released. Brake cylinders releasing. Off we go. We got a little ways to go. We can crank the speed up. And let's see, what points did I have saved? No, we don't need that one. This the one I wanted? Yeah. Switched back into the industry. And then what do we have on the tail end? We have the gondolas on the tail end, don't we? Yeah, so we need to go into the gondola track first. We're already lined up into that. Beautiful. And set these up as saved points. Not a whole lot of drop-offs. We got a bunch of pickups. Yeah, switch list doesn't work now because this train isn't tagged. LOP-53. LOP-50. That works. We've got a bunch of industries we're not dealing with right now. We got all our pickups done. We got these set outs here. Getting a little bit of a grade here. I'll give her some beans. Okay, so that goes in and out, back and forth. I'm using the D-pad on the rail driver. And that zooms. Yep, that zooms. Okay, we'll get an initial set on the brakes because we are going to have to stop here eventually. This tanker's loaded. Yep. We do have a loaded train. It should be back into far enough. Let's just double check with the industry tags. I don't have that button on here on my keyboard. Oh yeah, we're good. It's got to be in the catchment area, so it'll process the cars. So you can turn on industry tags to check that. All right, we will set a handbrake. We will close that off. Pull the pin. And I keep getting mixed up because I changed lead unit. And we'll keep her nice and slow here. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of railroad history in Pennsylvania, Bernie. But a lot of states, I mean, railroads were a big deal, so there's a lot of states with tons of railroad history. And we're already lined up for that track. Both of those tracks are valid, right? Yep. We'll just go right in there. That'll work. That's weird. There we go. Oh, I didn't. Stupid throttle didn't come all the way out of notch one, did it? It didn't actually go in reverse when I thought it went in reverse. I was confused. That sloppy throttle again. It won't switch the reverser unless you're in idle. I get too carried away here, train. All right, another delivery. Take that tension off. Go. Pull the pin. Okay, we just need to grab our stuff and head back to the yard. Yeah, Bernie, there's a reason the Pennsylvania was kind of the standard, right? Some humpy track back in there. To find notch 1. No. Oh, we got it. Okay. We are ready to head down, run around the cars that are there, and then we'll back into them. We'll have ourselves a return train. So we need to have you connected. You open. I usually don't like bottling the air, but sometimes it's super handy. Alright, let's go make sure our switches are lined up. We can run around this train. This cut. Tack those on the back. Alright, let's make you 3. Whee! And we'll make you 2. So you can save positions. It makes it super handy. Then you can just bop around. Doink, doink. Okay, we are set up to run around those cars. Perfect. This window up. What do you think, Bob? Good day's work? Yeah, he's still not talking to me. Just looking to see if there's any Barstow trains in here. There's one. So hopefully that'll have some cars for us. Yeah, just one so far. We're sailing down through here. Should probably not be going that fast through the switch. Don't derail, don't derail. Thought I had you in idle. Need to watch the lever. I think I'll just use keyboard next time. The sloppy throttle just kind of ruins the whole rail driver experience. If we get time, I may build my own little throttle stand now that they've got support for network devices. I have a 3D printer. I just need to take the time to design something, build it. Yeah, Bernie, the pictures don't really do stuff like that justice. Been pretty amazing to stand there and see it. I bet as soon as we get through the switch, we're going to drop into that downgrade again. So be ready for that. Steamship engine telegraph. I wish the rail driver throttle would just work. Like that went from notch 1 to 2. And I didn't even touch anything. And I got to move it like an inch. Then it goes to off. Then back to 1. I'm trying to get into notch 1. Come here, you. Alright, as we pass this switch, I'm going to hit my counter. I don't think there's enough of a grade where those cars are sitting, or I would just gravity drop them onto the back of the train. Let's get that initial set on. Go for a full 10 pounds. I should start grabbing here soon. Soonish. Yeah, we're gonna have to go deeper. Didn't do a brake test, but the brakes are working. I'm going to start grabbing here in a minute. There's just not enough demand for it, Bernie. I'm not surprised at all. There's a rail driver, and then I think somebody has made like a British style controller. As far as I know, that's it. Alright, let's head back to... Is it this one? Yeah, we went way past. Didn't do a good brake management. Then we'll clean this guy up. I'm going to leave that one reversed because that heads into the passing track there. All right, now all we got to do is try to back up. All right, back in the cab. Build some amps. Like a boss. Hey, Culture Shock. Is that Senior Culture Shock or is it SR Culture Shock? All right, we should head back of the train here. If we can hop on. Senior. Okay. Senior Culture Shock. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know what the time frame is on the USB stuff. It's like sort of here. I think they accidentally put it in the build or something. So it'll eventually support. I assume they're going to just support like HID devices. So, you know, joysticks, that kind of stuff. Gamepads. But I don't know for sure. But this latest update the other day added output through the UDP as well. So that's huge for like if you want to build your own control stand and stuff with gauges and whatnot. That's all accessible now from the game. Whereas before you had to do some trickery with like reading memory and junk like that. Now you just listen to a UDP port, and decode the data, and you're good to go. Nope, I wanted notch 2, not notch 0. Come on, rail driver, work with me. And roll on the independent. Going to release all the handbrakes on the train. Get some flowage going here. Hey, L-Scar23, welcome. Yeah, there'll be some Run 8. Been feeling the itch lately, so I've been doing some streams. I've done quite a bit of Run 8 in the past, but a lot of it's not on YouTube, because until a year and a half ago, or it's until January 2023, I streamed over on Twitch for about 10 years. I did videos over here on YouTube, and then back in January 2023, new year, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do everything on YouTube. YouTube's nicer to interact with your community. You can actually put out community posts and keep people updated. And like Twitch, there's no way for you to notify your followers. It's just dumb. So anyway, I have a lot of other problems with Twitch. Loving it over here on YouTube. And I was looking at the wrong number. I might have just tripped the emergency. Nope, we're good. Okay. Woo. Okay, we'll let that charge up. Waiting on a full release. Take a little bit. Hear a train coming. We can go do some rail fanning. Oh, you just got it? Nice. It's a steep learning curve, but it's worth it. He is heavy on the dynamics. He comes down that big grade into Mojave Yard. I think we have another crossing. Overpass there. All right, how's our train looking? Yeah, we didn't trip the emergency, but something weird's going on. This is released, right? Yeah, it's definitely released. Are we still just pumping air like mad? Oh yeah, the brake pipe's way down. Did I mess something up? Make sure air hoses are all connected. They should be all connected. Yeah, we're starting to get a release here as the brake pipe comes up. I thought I had bottled air in that cut. I don't know why. Why'd we lose all of our air? Weird. Oh, he did some game glass stuff. Cool. I've heard of game glass. Yeah, what's going on here? I have an angle cock that's still just partially open somewhere. Oh yeah, that's a good thought, Brian. I thought it would be closed because I dropped it here and I thought I bottled the air. Oh, no, I didn't. I thought I bottled the air. Okay, there we go. I bottled the air on everything except this little cut, apparently. There we go. Like, where's the air going? Blowing out the back of your train, dummy. Yeah, I thought I bottled the air everywhere, but I did not. There we go. Now we can actually pump up the air. Run H just doing what it's told. It's like, all right, if you want to blow all your brake pipe out into the atmosphere, I'll let you do that. That's what you get for assuming. Like, I assumed I bottled the air like I did everywhere else, but I was a big old dummy. Now we're starting to release everywhere as that brake pipe builds back up. All right, how are we looking on the stats here? We got 2,400 tons, so we still got plenty of power. We're 1,800 feet long. Let's go prep for getting into the yard. I'll continue to pump that air back up. So we can't touch any of the mainline switches. We can start throwing these. So we're going to come over here. And then, actually, these tracks are all partials, aren't they? Oh, shoot. Do I have enough room to run? If I have enough room to run around my train, I should push this into the yard rather than pull it into the yard. That will work out a lot better because I really want to be on this track. This is double check. Car tags. Oh, no, not that track. That's the other part of the local. I want to be on this track. Woo! Yeah, this track right here. So one over. I want to shove into this track. And yeah, I should have enough room to run around. Yeah, I got enough room to run around. So we'll run around the train and push it into the yard. Yeah, we're just blowing the cobwebs out, right? That's it. All right, back down to the ground. Boink. Now how are we looking? We got a full release. Excellent. Let's get a whole bunch of handbrakes on this thing. So hopefully it'll not want to sail off into the sunset. Oh wait, no, I don't want to do that yet. Derp. I gotta push it backwards first. Now the pin's set. Dadgummit. I'm hungry. My brain wants to eat right now, so I'm in a hurry and I'm making mistakes. That's right. We'll just recouple. All right. Connect you up. There you go. Poosh! Everybody poosh! Yes, I took the handbrakes off. Alright, so you can't go to that view unless you're actually in the cabin. Got it. So if I'd been thinking ahead, I would have just kept pushing this thing back until we could run around it. Okay. It just popped me back at the cab for some reason. Not sure why that happened. There we go. I should have taken the slack out. Yay, handbrake's back on. Is 4 enough? I guess we'll find out. Gonna close. Close. Hold the pin. Switcheroo. And let's see, I need to go reverse. Throw that guy again. And then we back up all the way around the terrain. Used to be one. Welcome. Howdy. What industry? We're working part of the LOP-53 local. So we're over here at, was it Chimera Water Solutions and Paramount Petroleum, I think was the name of it. So this is a big local with lots of different parts. The last stream, we took the stuff out to Monolith and worked Monolith. That's kind of a job all of its own. This time we're working around it'd be the northeast side of Mojave. And then we've got still more to do. It's all part of the same local, but it has a lot of different parts. So we're here at Mojave Yard. And then Monolith is out about here somewhere. We went out there last stream. This stream, we're kind of over here. It's not on the dispatch panel. We're kind of over here. And there's other stuff we got to do over at this direction. All for the same local. There's a lot of different parts to the LOP-53. All right, back in the cab. And then, yeah, so on the pickups here, you can see some of the other industries we need to work somewhere else. That'll be next time. I need to get this train over to the yard and go eat some lunch, get some more housework done. Other fun adulting stuff. And you can see this took, we're what, 2 hours, 20 minutes in? I think the last stream was around 3-4 hours just for the monolith part. And then we still have more to do. So it's a big local. I kind of split it up into parts because they're in pretty different areas. Hope he wasn't having some soup. He might have got some soup in his mustache. It was a pretty aggressive break. Hang on, Bob. We're coming in hot. Yeah, there's a ton to it, Elscar, for sure. It's a steep learning curve. I watched a bunch of YouTube videos when I was getting started. And then the depot server has tons of resources. TheDepotServer.com, if you're not familiar with that. There might even be a link in the description. I don't remember if I put that in there. They've got a bunch of maps and references, and I use their config files for the industries. And they've got some good forums there as well with a lot of knowledgeable people. And then they have a public server. All you have to do is sign up at the website. And then they've got the Depot Plus where they run like prototypical and you have a check ride to get in. And I don't know if they're accepting members right now or not, but if you're interested in that, it's a really good server. If I had more time, I would totally get involved with it. Contact. Okay, connect you up. Release all the handbrakes. Oh, that's right, I can't do a brake test because I'm pushing. I want to do a brake test, I need to switch engines. Set as lead unit. There we go. It doesn't know how to deal with showing the brakes if you're coupled onto the back of the train. So I just switched. So we'll have to go backwards now. I just have to remember which direction I'm going. Let's do a brake test real quick. Let's put initial set on. That's looking good. Let me actually do this from the cab. I can see all my numbers. Oh yeah, Mateo's got good videos. I haven't been on his server, but I've watched several people that play on his server. It looks pretty chill. Alright, I'm going to bring this down to another 10 pounds. So this little display is simulating watching the brake shoes on the cars. We can't actually see that in game, so we have a graphical representation of it. That looks good. Let's make sure we get a good solid release, no sticky brake shoes. Give her a little bit of throttle just to help pump air. Looks good. Now we just need to try to sneak back into Mojave Yard. So to do that, we're going to need clearance. But Otto doesn't know how to get us in there because he doesn't have a switch coming in from this. If we were coming in this direction, he could put us in the yard. So Otto is the AI dispatcher. So I'm going to hit right control F1. And I'm going to turn off auto DS for this sub real quick. And we're going to take over control. All right, everybody who's around here has a red light, so that part is good. Now I need to pop back over here. And we're set up to go into the correct track. So we just got to settle these hand throws. Then we can push our train in. So I think I'll ride on this car. And let's head out. Let's get our display back up so we can see what's going on. Oh no, we're going in reverse. Here we go. I'm off the throttle because gravity is going to help us out quite a bit here. I can see if wifey's on her way home yet. Yeah, they're on their way back home. Cool. My son had a race today. It was pretty far away, so me and the daughter stayed home. He's in cross country. Quite the runner. Going over the skills check scenario. Cool. There's a lot to it. I don't do a whole lot of mainline running, so I'm pretty rusty with train handling out on the main line. I like working locals. That's kind of my jam. Switching. Get on the throttle a little bit here. I'm starving. I need some lunch. We're going to get back in the yard, and that'll be the stream for today. Might do some more streaming later tonight. I don't know if we'll do some Star Citizen or what we'll do, but we'll see how the day goes. I need to get some more stuff done. Those toilets aren't going to clean themselves. Always got housework to do. I already did some vacuuming and cleaning up. There's always more to do. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get the initial set going here on the brakes. In fact, let's just go ahead and do a 10-pound reduction. Or 11, that'll work too. I'm blowing my horn, but you can't hear it. Look out, we're coming through! Okay, I'm going to guess that I can go ahead and release now. Some of the terrain is still on that grade. Might have released too early. Back on the brakes. Look out! We're coming in! We're coming in hot. Problem sorted, right? We're way too fast. Way too fast. Hang on, train. She about got away from me. Alright, let's go to fly mode. We can't go all the way back in here. We do have cars we're hooking onto. You might need a change of pants. Bob's used to my train handling, though. This is tricky because the yard itself is on like a 1.1% grade. So we got to keep some air on. We're getting clear of the main now, so that's good. How are we looking for stoppage? Yeah, let's go ahead and go deep. Let's go all the way down to 70. In fact, we're on the track. Let's just go for continuous. Let her come to a stop. Then we'll get the main cleared up. Well, here, I can just go do this. There we go. Like 5 switches we got to throw. Gravity is indeed a harsh mistress. And a train can get away from you quite easily. Alright, we've cleared that up, so I'm going to turn auto back on and let him deal with it. In case anybody needs to come through here. We got some trains stopped out here, so he'll get them going again. Sorry guys, just working the yard. Okay, so should we go ahead and put this train together? Yeah, I think we'll go ahead and put this together because it's about ready. It's going to be about ready to send out with some power. Yeah, so we need to come back over to here. This could be quite entertaining. Let's go ahead and hop on the back here. And let's see, we're going to roll up full independent. Come off the train brake. Give her a couple notches just to help pump air. That's just the train slack running out now that the brakes are releasing. We've got the independents set on the locos. That should hold us. In theory. So I'm watching this flow here. I think anything below 60 is considered full release. So we're in full release now, but I need to have that air built back up a little bit because we're going to have to stop. Let's roll off the independent a bit here. They're going to start dragging us down. So this mile per hour here is the locomotive mile per hour. Yeah, so we're starting to roll now a little bit with 10 pounds on the independent. So let's go for a 10-pound set on the automatic. We'll bail off the loco brakes. Then we're gonna have to push a little bit. I want to keep that 10 pounds on so we can actually stop. Here comes the slack. Boink. Sounds lovely, doesn't it? If we click on the, can we click on the car? I guess I can't click on the car while we're riding on it. If we keep it about notch 2, we can keep it rolling. Then we'll come off the throttle to slow down. Nails on the chalkboard, yeah, pretty much. It's tricky though, you can see we're on a 1% grade. It's not level. And we're basically 2,500 tons, so it's a lot of weight. We're getting there though. So all these cars will need to go out to Barstow eventually, and then they'll get sorted for their destinations and assembled into trains and sent off on their way. Hey, Doug. If you're just tuning in, we're nearing the end of the stream, just FYI, but you're welcome to go back after the stream and catch up. We spent about 2.5 hours getting out of Mojave Yard and going over and switching a couple industries. It was a little bit tricky because we had a facing point and a trailing point. But there's a runaround track over there, so that helped out. All right, let's start easing off the throttle. Making sure we actually can slow down. Yeah, we can definitely slow down. All right, cool. Yeah, we're going too slow really for dynamics. Dynamics don't have a ton of force below 10 miles an hour. No, don't stop. Don't stop on me. Oh, we're inside of a car. All right, we did it. For chunk. Release the handbrakes on that train. Let the slack run out. All good? All good. All right, let's set air hoses, and I'm going to save this position. Go to the end of the train. Nope, the other end of the train. Oh, we almost pushed it into the other locos. That good. I was like, why is there locos here? Not my locomotive. Close you up. Back up here to the gap. Come on, let me click on the stuff. Oh, I'm inside the car, right? Okay, arrows is connected. Ah, crap. I tripped the emergency. I think I was looking at the wrong number again. Yeah. Well, I don't really care. We're gonna end the stream, so it can just sit here. It'll reload itself next time we load up. So what happened is I let air rush out of the train too quickly. So the emergency tripped. So have to reset that. But anywho, I can do that while it's sitting here. So that's part 2 of LOP-53. We've got even more to do, though. If I go to Free Flyer real quick. So you gotta put the train handle in position for 60 seconds, and it'll reset that. I've got this cut of cars right here left. Turn on car tags. So all of these cars and all of these cars need to head to Barstow. I think that would make too long of a train. I might have to do 2 trains heading to Barstow. It might be too long of a train. But anywho, we got these left here. So we still got this whole cut here. And that's basically stuff of that direction. We need to go switch. So that'll be part 3 when we do the LOP-53. Appreciate y'all hanging out here on a Saturday. I'm going to skedaddle out of here, go get some lunch, get some more housework done. And wifey and son are going to be back home soon. So congratulate him on his race today. He got 3rd out of 123. So nice running. Y'all have a great rest of your weekend. Might get another stream in here later tonight or tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. Take care, folks. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. And the stream deck has died. Stream deck, why do you got to do this to me? I pushed the button and nothing happened. Please stand by. Gonna work now? Nope. Oh, there it goes.